Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 11th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Tuesday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we'll talk about the storm prediction outlook for today, Wednesday, and Thursday outlooks. At the end of this broadcast, plus we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation, take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map. And like I said, we're going to take a look at the forecast prediction. If you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty. As you can see, we got a marginal risk. Look like will be extended from near Michigan all the way to Montana. Slight risk from eastern Montana all the way back to portions of Illinois, and also back into Kansas. Also around from East Texas down to the Gulf Coast for today. Then again on Wednesday, extended from Maine all the way back down toward Mississippi, northern Mississippi that is, all the way back to South Dakota and Minnesota. And also on day number 3, this will be your Thursday outlook. We got the marginal risk extending from Arkansas, also Nebraska and Kansas, all the way to portions of the northeastern United States, including areas here in the southeast as well. Alright, we'll get more in detail on that there as we get closer to the end of the forecast cycle here. Alright, as you can see, we got the radar view. We got some widespread showers and storms extending over southeast Canada. Scattered activity down toward Maine, back down into portion of Vermont and New Hampshire area. Also offshore in the coastal waters region. We got some scattered showers down there around the Bahamas, also down toward Puerto Rico. Also, we got more widespread showers and storms extending from central Florida through the Gulf of Mexico. Also, another little cluster of showers and storms over here in portion of southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, moving into Louisiana. Scattered activity over Mississippi. Also over here in portions of central and west Texas. A little bit of scattered activity over portions of New Mexico. More widespread showers and storms extended from portions of Kansas, Nebraska, all the way up into the island as well. Also central and south Alaska, got some scattered showers there as well. And also around the Guam, got some scattered showers mainly on the north side and a little bit on the south side of the island there as well. Alright, there we go. Alrighty. We still got some flood advisories, some flood warnings in effect for portions of Maine, New Hampshire, and also down toward Boston and New York. Also, we got some air quality alerts for portions of Ohio. Some beach hazard statements for western Michigan. We still got those heat advisories for portions of southern Florida. Also western Missouri, central and eastern Kansas, southern Oklahoma, much of Texas, southern Louisiana, and also central and southern portions of New Mexico. Excessive heat warnings also in effect for southern Nevada, southern California, western portions of Arizona. Also some excessive heat watches are in effect for portions of Arizona, much of California, and western Nevada. Still got a river flood warnings in effect for portions of South Dakota and portions of Nevada as well. And also got some river flooding also and some flood advisory, flood warning for portions of Oklahoma And also excessive heat warning is also in effect for portions of South Texas and Western Texas as well. All right. We got some special weather statements for northern Alaska. Got one little area there with some flood advisories. Northern Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. Central and South got some gale warnings for you guys there as well. All right, Storm Prediction Center time. Here we go, folks. Here is your outlook for today. We got general thunderstorms extending from Maine all the way back into portion of Missouri, all the way into portion of South Carolina, even the outer banks of North Carolina as well, down to portions of Florida and the Florida Keys, all the way back to Texas, all the way back to New Mexico and Arizona, Utah and Colorado, and also portion of Montana and northern portion of Washington State. There's that marginal risk seen at the beginning of the broadcast from all the way from Michigan all the way back over to Montana, and there's that slight risk from Montana all the way to Iowa. All right, if you live in Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Delmont, Iowa, Sioux City, Iowa, and Rapid City, South Dakota, you're under a slight risk for severe weather this afternoon. If you live in Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Detroit, Michigan, Fort Worth, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, you're under a marginal risk for severe weather this afternoon. The tornado probability for today, 2% from Montana all the way to Iowa. And this includes the cities of Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Rapid City, South Dakota, South Dakota, Castle Bluff, Iowa, and Bellevue, Nebraska. All right, that's 2%. Let's take a look at the winds. 5% down there in East Texas to the Panhandle of Florida. Also from Michigan all the way back to portions of Montana. Also, we got a slight risk, 15% risk that is, from eastern Montana all the way to Iowa. And in the yellow slashed area there, that is a significant area for damaging winds. This pretty much take care of the significant area and the 15% area. This includes Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sioux Falls City, Iowa, Delmont, Iowa, Council Bluff, Iowa, Sioux City, Iowa, also Bellevue, Nebraska, and Rapid City, South Dakota. That is a significant area for severe damaging winds and 15% risk for damaging winds. If you live in Chicago, Illinois, to New Orleans, Louisiana, and Fort Worth, Texas, Detroit, Michigan, and Dallas, Texas, 5% risk for damaging winds for today. All right, hail probability, generally 5% from Michigan all the way back to Montana, 15 in the yellow. And the significant severe weather will include Lincoln, Nebraska, Rapid City, South Dakota, Grand Island, Nebraska, Canary, Nebraska, and North Platte, Nebraska. All right, now, and the 15%, this includes Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Delmont, Iowa, Sioux Falls City, Iowa, Rapid City, South Dakota. If you live in Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Grand Rapids, Michigan, that is a 5% risk for damaging winds. I mean, hail. Large hail that is over quarter size. All right, here's a look at day's outlook. This is your Wednesday. We got a marginal risk there from Maine all the way back down to northern Mississippi. Also back over to portions of South Dakota, Minnesota. But a slight risk in the yellow here from portions of Indiana back into portions of Nebraska and Kansas and Missouri. General thunderstorms in portions of the Northeast through Michigan all the way back to portions of Washington State. Also over in Idaho and Montana. Excuse me. Also over in portions of New Mexico, Colorado, Texas. Also back in Louisiana to Florida, Florida Keys, and to the Carolinas. All the way back into West Virginia. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. All righty. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Aurora, Illinois, Overland Park, Kansas, Springfield, Missouri, you're under a slight risk for severe weather for Wednesday. If you live in Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Indianapolis, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you're in a marginal risk for severe weather on your Wednesday. Tornado probability, 2%, pretty much in portion of Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. And if you live in Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Lincoln, Nebraska, Aurora, Illinois, Overland Park, Kansas, 2% risk for a tornado. All right, winds, 5% from Maine all the way to Mississippi, all the way back to South Dakota, 15% in the yellow, significant severe weather. If you live in these significant damaging wind area, had to get some water there, folks, while my computer refreshing that information. Okay, we was on the winds. All right. Okay. If you're in the significant severe weather in the 15%, this includes Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Aurora, Illinois, Kansas City, Kansas, Overland Park, Kansas, Springfield, Missouri, and Topeka, Kansas. and let's see, Memphis, Tennessee, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 5% for damaging winds in that vicinity. Hail probability, 5% brown, 15% yellow. Pretty much same areas. Significant severe weather, 15%. This includes Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, and Oat Lake, Kansas. 5% includes Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Omaha, Nebraska, and Minneapolis, Minnesota. That is the 5% risk for large hail. And finally, we're going to wrap it up with day number 3. This will be your Friday outlook. All right, as you can see, we got general thunderstorm from Maine to the Florida Keys to Louisiana, back to Texas and New Mexico, all the way back to Idaho and portion of Washington State. We got a large area of marginal risk extending from eastern portion of Colorado all the way to the northeast, including the Carolinas. And this includes New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee. A marginal risk for severe weather. Would not be surprised to see a slight risk added to this forecast. And 5% in the brown. Same areas, New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee. 5% risk for severe weather. All right. Well, that wraps up today's video. Sorry my voice is a little coarse. I had a sinus drainage this morning. My voice has not came back clear yet. Sorry for the scruffiness in the video. But I hope everybody has a great day. Continue to stay safe and well. I will too. Thanks for all the prayers been coming in. If everybody can still continue to say a prayer for me, greatly appreciate it. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one.